Hey guys, Danman here, and thanks for stopping by. So today we're going to take a look at the chef and how much he costs in mana, how much damage he can do, and to talk about if he is worth it or not. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at how much he costs first. So putting him down and then leveling him up to level 5 will cost 13,900 mana, as you can see I'm doing here. You can have 12 of them. So the total cost for all 12 is going to be 166,800. Now, just raw, no Spectre, no Balloon Pow, no bonuses or anything like that, his damage will be 1,150. And let's go ahead and take a look at him with a Spectre as well, which it should be obvious what that's going to be, but it's going to be 100% more. So you can see here the chef without a Spectre does 230 damage, and the chef with a Spectre does 460. So it should be double, which we can take a look at it here, and we will find that it is in fact double at 2,300. So following that up, we're going to take a look at the Spectre with a Balloon Pow and the chef. So with the Balloon Pow, which gives you a bonus distance, as well as the Spectre, which gives you 100% more damage, his total damage output as a single chef is going to be 3,220, as you can see here. And then the last thing we'll look at is the Spectre with the Balloon Pow, and then we'll also boost the Spectre. Surprisingly, it doesn't, the math doesn't quite add up as I had expected. It does 4,140 damage, which is 3.6 times more damage than just the standard stock chef. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit more. So I'm going to dig into the numbers a little bit and try to figure out why that is. And I might have an update in a later video on why it's not. So let's talk about the chef and if he's worth it, if he's a good tower, if he's not. And the answer to that, first off, is yes, he is definitely a good hero to have. You get him free at the beginning of the game, so that's a very big positive. You don't have to buy him, and he's immediately helpful. The pros are that he's very solid in early waves. I do recommend getting him up to a level 2, maybe get 1 or 2 chefs up to level 2 fairly quickly so you can deal with the fast movers like the spiders and things like that. Another big pro is that he does massive damage. In fact, he's one of the highest damage heroes that you can get, especially on slow moving targets like bosses. Some of the cons is that he can't handle multiple fast enemies at one time because of his rate and his short range. So he's able to maybe hit that first spider coming through, but he'll miss that second one if they're coming through very close together. So that is a con in my opinion for him, and that's just like the short range and the rate. Also, stuns really affect the chef. That if he gets hit by a bomb or some kind of stun, then all of that DPS is just gone. And usually you clump up your chefs really close together and they all have real short range, so that bomb's hitting multiple chefs all at once. So that's a big damage DPS drop off. So that's a big con in my opinion. And he is the highest mana cost, not counting things that can be boosted, like when you get the wizard all the way up to max, you can then spend more mana to boost him and things like that. So not counting those guys that you can boost at the end, but just straight mana cost to get him to level 5, he is the most expensive. So that's a big con. You really need to be running like a discount dog or a lemonade cat to kind of counteract that mana cost, because you're most likely not going to be able to level up 12 chefs with how much mana it costs without some kind of cost mitigation. Ultimately, he is definitely worth using, and I kind of go back and forth. I'll try him out for a little bit, and then I'll put somebody else in for my damage, and then I'll put him back. So where do I rate him in the scale of S tier, A tier, B tier? Well, it does depend on the map, the boss, if there's a lot of fast moving targets or if there's a lot of slow moving targets. So I would put him in that A ranking because he's not good for everything. but he is very good. If you're liking this content so far, like and subscribe to help out the channel. Thanks. So now let's jump into some actual game footage where Zanman and I go ahead and jump into a battle on Castletown, and we are fighting the Inferno boss that has 100,000 damage, and we set up 12 chefs in the front to see how much damage they would do just raw, and then we set up 12 chefs in the back with a balloon pal and a specter, as you can see here. And so let's see what the results are.
When he's at the end.
So what I want to see is how much health he has once he gets through this first line of them.
And we're going to sell them, then put them over here.
No. Nope, we're just going to let it happen. Whatever's going to happen.
Okay.
So I'm going to buff it now so we kill those slums. Okay, so we're at 76,540. Oh, I didn't think that. I hope it goes the wrong way. I thought we still had a slime coming, and so I sent the bomb float. Oh, there is still a guy coming. Oh. Oh, it turned the wrong way. Okay.
Shoot.
That's okay. No, that's so we're at 76,540. And we started at 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
That means the first wave of the chefs did 23,460.
That's a big brain.
Now there was a little bit of a bend in the turn, so it's not perfectly straight. So you do get a few more hits in. Okay, so this I'm just going to let happen exactly how it's going to happen. So we can see the amount that he goes from. The second time he was at 76,540.
Don't think we're gonna win.
That's okay. It's more of a test. I think we're gonna get close.
It's called the test. So close. We were so close.
Okay, go ahead and put something down if you want to finish him off.
Like anything?
180, yeah, anything.
Gotta finish him off.
Oh, that's too funny. 180.
Then my Sparks kilowatt just kilowatted him.
All right, well there we go. So as we can see there, what the first group of chefs without a specter or a balloon pal did 23,460 damage. And then the second group of chefs with a balloon pal and a specter, not boosted. I didn't boost the specter. It was just the specter on his own. Did 76,360 damage. Now the path is a little bent, like I said previously, so it does skew it just a little bit. But there we go. And also the damage will be slightly lower if it's a faster boss, and slightly higher if it's a slow boss. If it's a really slow boss, then chefs are really good because they just put so much damage down. So there we go. That is our test for today. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Zanman, you want to say anything before we go?
I hope you have a great day, and if you're new to our channel, thank you for watching.
Bye, guys.